I'm Dan Joseph.
And I'm Laura Kavanaugh. That is our top story. Tonight at 11, major cuts to local law enforcement as the Jackson County Sheriff's Department hands out 66 pink slips, cutting roughly a third of their department. Layoffs are looming in Jackson County.
I can confirm that yesterday that we handed out 66 layoff notices.
More than 1/3 of the Jackson County Sheriff's Department's 186 employees were handed pink slips on Tuesday. Sheriff Mike Winters detailing the severity of the impending layoffs.
When you deal with cuts that are running that deep, it affects the entire agency, patrol, corrections, records.
Winters says they are across-the-board cuts based upon seniority from the bottom up, but the impact will be felt in a variety of ways.
It can affect response times, the number of people that may be out there. These are wide-ranging cuts.
He says the layoffs are a result of a reported 7-figure budget shortfall.
If we don't find a way to close the gap, if we don't find a way to get things under control, then you will see a substantial reduction in rural patrol, probably the elimination or a large cutback to the SWAT team.
Cutbacks to air ops, even search and rescue.
Our money is set by the commissioners, the budget committee and such, and they hand us a dollar amount, and we operate within that dollar amount. They've always put public safety first.
County Administrator Danny Jordan says the county is negotiating a new contract with the Sheriff's Employees Association.
We're not proposing no raises. We're just proposing less raises than what the union is proposing.
Jordan notes the cuts are required due to declining revenues and rising costs that are out of the county's control.
We don't control that our property tax base has declined so significantly. We don't control that the federal government cut $23 million in funding from O&C.
But Sheriff Winters argues this is not a county problem, but a federal government problem.
There should be a dedicated, sustainable way of funding law enforcement. Candidly, I blame a lot of the problems here today on the federal government. They are, in my opinion, out of control with their spending, and we're spending lots of money in other countries that we should be spending here on American law enforcement.
Well, the county and the union are still trying to settle a roughly $2.7 million gap in negotiations. While an arbitrator will rule on the matter next week, insiders say regardless, cuts to public safety are coming. Now, the county is reportedly also making cuts in HR, IT, community probation, and the DA's office, among others.